Out of 7 children born to my parents, 4 of us were diagnosed with sickle cell. I am one of them. I'm one of the girls. I'm the only girl that has sickle cell. And that was 1960.
5 years old, I can remember when I had pneumonia in my chest. It was bad. And the doctors told my mama, you need to make funeral arrangements. You need to make funeral arrangements.
Back then, life expectancy for a sickle cell patient, they explained to us, wouldn't be past 17 years old. And once we lived past 17, they told us we wouldn't live past 30 years old. I will be 61 in November.
I think life is difficult in general, and progressing through childhood and adolescence into adulthood certainly is difficult for most of us, to be honest. And when you add sickle cell as another burden, that makes it particularly difficult.
Growing up, sickle cell affected me in my life because activities that I wanted to play with the kids, like football, basketball, it hinders you. It stops you at a certain point. You can't do what the other kids do. I'm not normal, they're normal, and why I can't do what they do.
Back then, when we would have a sickle cell crisis, we were told to take Tylenol. They put us on a penicillin regimen every morning. And anytime we had any aches, we would just rest and maybe put an ice pack or a heating pad on. Rest up, and then once the pain stopped, continue our life. The 3 that didn't have sickle cell, we would still run around and play and jump rope, and everything they did, we did, because we did not let the sickle cell stop us. We might have had to, rest a little bit, but we kept up with them.
People living with sickle cell disease can have a variety of different medical complications. How they respond to those medical complications depends on the type of disease and a lot of other factors as well. For example, we have patients that come to us as adults that have never been diagnosed. They have very mild symptoms. We also have patients that have had chronic and severe pain since childhood that deal with chronic pain every day. So we have to look at a variety of issues in order to help them maximize their experience and their pain management.
Sickle cell tries to stop you because it takes over your body. When you're not getting enough oxygen, you're dehydrated, it sends you into a sickle cell crisis. It's like 1,000 needles or somebody in labor just stabbing at you. That's why it tried to stop me.
I grew up in New York, where it was much colder in the winters, and started having more joint issues due to my sickle cell. I had 2 children, a great job, a husband, and I decided to move where it was warmer, as what the doctors had suggested we do, so I wouldn't have to have more surgeries. At that time, I had total knee replacement.
So for a living, I drive trucks. I've been doing it for about 11 years. It's not just driving trucks. I physically unload groceries off a truck, to all stores. In the back of your mind, it's like, hope I don't have an attack, nothing goes wrong. But I do a whole lot of heavy lifting, and my mind is like I got something to prove with this sickle cell that I can overcome it.
When I came to this clinic here, I was not on a particular pain maintenance. I would just have a crisis and go to the emergency room and stuff like that. Once I joined this team, the doctors, the nurses, the care part, everyone is great. They want to know how you feel. I get phone calls, they check up on me. I'm part of different programs that they have here. I come here during the day if I need day treatment instead of going to the emergency room. We have different functions going on, like the children's events. We have events for adults. Get into a community and it's gonna work for you, because it's worked for me, and I'm 61.
What I would tell patients or that's struggling with sickle cell, for one, first thing, never give up hope. Do your research. You have to do, that's important. Your body is important. Support team, and keep a positive attitude, you can make it.
I've been working with sickle cell patients since 1999. It's been so enlightening and enriching. The people I've met have just blown me away with how much they've overcome and how far they've come. Just amazing and very inspirational.
I think what excites me most is seeing someone overcome their illness and succeed. We see patients who go to college, graduate, have families, and lead very productive lives. And I think that's what makes the job worthwhile. I think there's great hope that we'll have cures in the future for patients with sickle cell disorders. In fact, the motto of the North Carolina State Sickle Cell Program is Hope for a Brighter Future.
They told me I wouldn't live past 17. I'm married. I have 2 children and a bonus daughter. I have 4 grandchildren. I haven't stopped yet. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna continue living a well-rounded, productive life, and so can you.